Greetings, everybody. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to episode 116, which could quite possibly be the last episode ever of Frost and Fire. Last episode, we left off accepting a quest for Storbeck so that Storbeck could gain a little bit more honor, and we have loaded up our 4 pets into Cryptosleep caskets, queuing up the rest. We are still mining out some additional steel because our steel quantities are pretty low. And one thing I did notice is that my food is pretty low as well. So I'm going to be growing a little bit more rice. I thought I'd get out in time without having to grow additional crop, but something tells me that is not going to be the case. So I'm going to get ahead of the starvation curve and feed my people. There we go. All right. Oh, see, here are the caskets already being built. And the 37, I think, beak things just sort of standing out there. 38, sorry. We also have Sidonia and Rogeros who are hanging out to, quote-unquote, protect me from the beak things, which is a big old joke because I think, as you all know, they would freeze in yet an instant. And these big things are now exiting the map tile, which means they are sort of done with their manhuntering. So it's only a matter of time until they leave. We're getting into the deepest of deep winter, where it is unbelievably cold, almost to the point where I might want to consider wearing toques over cataphract helmets. But I won't only make that change if someone gets seriously hypothermic. I'm gonna, bide my time until then. Raptor is trying to complete the rest of the machine persuasion and starflight research with Storbeck on night crew. And the last 2 pods getting built now. Wonderful. So we have every pod that we need. All we need left is the AI ship controller and the sensors. So the machine persuasion basically puts in a persona core, which I have here, as the pilot, because everyone else will be in cryptosleep. And then the starflight sensors allows you to, steer. And that is the remaining research that I have to unlock. We're making a little bit of a killbox repair here, which is great. This poor killbox has seen just a kind of a ridiculous amount of combat. More than I thought was ever going to be possible. If we check numbers here, because I was looking at this before, and we just go to records of like kills, I mean, we've easily killed 1,000, right? Plus turrets. Turrets probably doing half the work, honestly. We're getting into absurdist numbers, to be sure. Some pods arrived because the beak things are gone. They've left. So, as you can see, Rogeros and Sidonia are sitting here, but they're no longer part of my colony. And now I have a reader, a harmonizer, and an Eltex robe. This also means that I can unrestrict people because there's no threats outside, and we can get them to maybe haul this stuff. So Storbeck, you are now a Praetor 11. Nice. One of the advantages of that is it gives me the possibility of calling an aerodrone salvo if needed, costing 8 honor. So, a bit of a security blanket, if you will. All right. Well, fortunately, we got a little bit more rice from our farms. Probably actually don't need this anymore, if I'm being honest. I overestimated our need for 2. So I'll just turn them off. Let the rice die. All right. Whoa, that is a lot of wake up. Let's grab the wake up first, Mr. Storbeck. Oh, and now Storbeck is getting seriously hypothermic. So that is exactly the condition I said I would have before sticking these guys with toques. So masterwork toque for you. Rogeros and Sidonia, I highly doubt will make it off this map tile. Nope, they made it all of like 3 feet and then toppled over. They have 0 insulation. So here's the thing. If I wanted them off the map tile, I am going to have to make them a heat box. If they're ever to be able to leave. So I guess we're doing that just for funsies. So it looks like they want to exit south, and I am going to, whoa, okay, let's grab the other one too. I'm going to queue up sort of like a holding pen for them, because inevitably they're going to topple over again with their hypothermia and all that. They're not going to make it out. I kind of already know that. So I'm going to tend to them, but I'm not going to tend with them with meds. The slower they heal up, the better, to be honest. Because then that gives me a chance to build the heating area that I want to build to be able to keep them alive. The other thing I'm going to need is to pipe in power down here. I could use my unstable power cells, but I'll just cable it up. Easy enough to do. All right, Phoenix is starting to get super cold, and Bash I'm going to have switch out to a toque as well. My constructors are the ones that are going to be out there the longest. And as you can see now, Phoenix is actually not temperature rated for the current temperature, but close enough, good enough. All right, let's see. Phoenix is getting seriously hypothermic. So seek safe temperature. And Rogeros is definitely going to collapse again. All right. Phoenix, just hang out in here. Gabe. Gabe should be fine digging at the deep drill. The reason being is the deep drill has a heater out there, so it's not that much of a problem. All right, so here, Rogeros goes down. I think literally in the same spot as before. No lessons learned. And the concept here is essentially to have this be a hospital where I rescue them to. But Bash needs to construct that. So I'm going to send him down there to do that. With Phoenix. All right, there we go. Looking good. And Sidonia now going for the topple. It's kind of funny. Little sad, but kind of funny. How their culture ever made it in the world that I live in, Lord only knows. But all right, let's go save him too. All right, as far as these heaters go, it actually makes a whole lot more sense to build the heaters here where I have the materials and where I'm not, you know, having to run so far. You almost died. That hypothermia nearly got Sidonia. Word of advice, guys. Stop trying to leave on your own. And, oh. Storbeck with the first wild decree. I regret making him a praetor. He wants me to harvest rice because he went on a mental break. Let's see. Praetor specific apparel. Yeah. All right, Fussy. Captain Fussy. He wants me to harvest rice as his wild decree. Wild decrees are basically a mental break for royals, where they will demand something to be done. In this case, the demand was that I harvest rice, but sometimes, often, it's to build a little monument or something like that. Here, let me hit the soother, because it looks like, to me, a lot of people in this colony are in kind of a bad mood. And go rescue Sidonia again. Alright, only maybe one more cycle of them collapsing, and we'll actually have a situation where they can survive. So the idea here is to double insulate this, which is why I have the double walls, and then heat it up enough so that it's a comfortable temperature for them so that they can walk out. So, yep, it is warm enough in there. So next time they topple over, we rescue them to this location, and then they'll be able to exit. So Sidonia is about to go for a topple, and there we go. All right, Raptor, you're the closest. Unfortunately, I wanted Raptor to get the research done, but clearly getting rid of these goobers that don't know how temperature works is high priority as well. All right, JD, I'm going to have you go for Rogeros. Flop. And now, Sidonia and Rogeros will be able to make it off map. Got foreboding something or another, construction, more honor. Sure, why not? Storbeck's already a fussy enough leader. I'll build him something stupid. Because at this point, our bottleneck is time. So let me open up the terrain affordance overlay. Right there looks good. And then when these guys heal up, they should be able to walk out the map without, you know, issue. All right, the Wild Decree here. I have harvested most, but not all. All right, so here's Bash. This here, we have... We could actually make this out of stones. So sandstone is the fastest to place, so I'm going to start with sandstone. Sandstone and slate are quicker to build than granite or marble. So raw, stone blocks, slate and sandstone. Unfortunately, I don't have pets to haul anymore. I'm not going to pop Maverick or Glitch out of their pods. So we'll just work on that. And, oh, one made it out. I'm assuming. I don't see him. Numbers, guests. Yeah, he's gone. And Rogeros should be next as soon as his frostbitten ear is healed. And as you can see, the box for heating worked beautifully. I'll just leave that, I can cut that cable there and turn it off. Yoink. Saves power. Don't have to run or anything. Alright, I don't know why we put random roofs there. I guess that's where the geothermal was. I want to remove that so it doesn't collapse on my head. So we're almost done with machine persuasion, which will be able to build the ship computer core and then these sensors. Man, it is cold out. -115 Celsius. All right, I will say that I think we are probably steeled up enough. I don't think I'm going to need any more steel than that. So we have approximately 13, well, almost elite. We have 1334 unhauled steel. And that monument shouldn't be that hard to build. The reason I accepted it is that my constructors here really don't have any other tasks. Except for Bash occasionally needs to cook. So it's not like I'm drawing them away from other things. It does, however, get Storbeck's honor even higher, which at this point it's just for the achievement. I guess I suppose it would also give him Psylink 6, which is something. All right, Leth, you are going to go into a toque. Hippie into a toque. Gabe, when you're up, into a toque. Raptor is basically inside all the time, given research, so I don't need a toque for Raptor, I don't think. Raptor is either on the throne or in the research room, so it's heated. All right, at this point, I still have some sandstone blocks left, and I'm going to forbid the southernmost wall here so that I can go inside and build quicker. Machine persuasion is done. Starflight sensors will be next. So for machine persuasion, go to ship, computer core, bop right there. And it looks to me like I need a little bit extra gold, which is fine. I have this beautiful mining node out there that I can hit. Okay, how many advanced components do we have? We probably have enough, actually. So that one will be the last that JD makes. Up to 24. Yeah, I'm not going to need any more than that. Okay. Hauling the last of our sandstone. And getting it built. And then I'll switch over to slate. So cancel that. Cancel all the remaining structures. And then put slate in. Place the slate blueprints. And forbid one wall so that we can easily access the inside. One thing I didn't check was the punishment for not doing this properly. Just a loss of rep. Not a big deal. And as you can see, JD is now constructing as well, which means his smithing is done. And here's the machine persuasion. We just need to load in some gold and the persona core, and that is all set. We're about to complete the Wild Decree, just because I have rice farms. So we'll hit this in just a second. If you take a look at his needs, you'll see his Wild Decree being met as a mood bonus in a second here, once we click over to the amount of rice that was demanded. As far as Wild Decrees go, that one is a little less annoying. Sometimes the Wild Decrees are really penalizing and wants to have you do something pointless, but harvesting rice is fine. We were going to do that anyway. Actually, let me switch this over from steel to limestone. Limestone will be in the next block. We'll reserve the marble and granite. Not that I think I'm going to need it, but we might as well have it. Oh, that's incorrect. Suspend. All right, my constructors are now... There we go. Sometimes you just have to encourage them to finish the job. All right. Obviously, I don't want mental breaks if possible, so I'm going to hit another soother. That's why I had these, so that with the when the end goal was in sight, I wouldn't have detrimental mental breaks. All right, I think we are just about functionally out of slate. There's 4 blocks left. I think JD just grabbed it. The Wild Decree quest is done. So here, decree satisfied, +6 for 15 days. And with that, I'm actually going to turn off the basins. I think we're done with rice. Yeah, we don't need any more rice. All right, the remaining parts of this will be made in limestone. And possibly even going over to marble. Or steel or something. We'll see. So here is the computer core. And now all that we're missing is the sensor cluster. And we have 700 out of 4,000 research into that. And a raid of Reapers dropped haywire, kind of going everywhere. Now the pain point here is it's very, 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 very cold out, and it's going to be tricky to keep everybody warm to fight this. So one thing I can do is to turn on the heaters in these areas here. Let me do a full analysis. We have one in our backfield here, which I do not like. Hippie and Leth go to that. Storeback, I'm going to have Hustle to open up the kill box door, but we have to avoid the 2 Reapers that are in the kill box as it is now. I think what I'll do is I'll lure them west to the autocannon turrets, and let's check if there's any other behind our lines. So we have one, because obviously I wouldn't want my ship destroyed. But no, I think we're good on that front. JD is going to mess with Magenta Fairy there. All right, so there is Cot dead and Burns next. In the back here, we have Clanker. Oh, Clanker with hand grenades. Throwing hand grenades at my turret there. Super obnoxious. All right, in front, we are cleared here. Actually, Raptor, go research. All right, so Clanker is dead. I'm not going to rebuild that. So I'm not going to worry about that. JD and Phoenix got inside, no problem. And Storeback is going to pop this door open for us. Then everybody else, except for JD, who is cold, will group up so that I can issue attack orders and go hunting for these guys. Because there's kind of a lot of them, and they're going to be messing with that that monument that I don't want destroyed. Oh, that's just annoying. That's just rude. All right, so we're grouped up. Let's go on the prowl. My brawlers are going to be up front because they have a lot of shooters. Guess Bash got stuck behind them. All right, so we have Eon coming around. Oh, no, coming around that corner. JD, turn back for a sec. And if we take a look, yeah, this was stone, so it's going to hold up and not be set on fire, which makes it a little bit more resilient. I'm glad I didn't make it of steel, because if it was of steel, a lot of damage would be dealt to it. All right, there goes Eon. And now we'll travel over to A2. JD will put this fire out, because that fire is annoying. This fire I don't really care about. As you can see, they're just simply refusing to come to my kill box. They're supposedly smart tactics, which means that they avoid turrets, and my base is basically completely turreted. Oh man, the fire spread into the wall. Thunk. Alright, so we got that fire out. It does mean that I am going to want to put granite there at some point. JD will beat out the other fire. Alright, and let's keep clearing. Now, I do have to be careful of the brawlers. This here's a brawler. Because the brawlers can do a hell of a lot of damage very, very, very quickly. Alright, we have obviously had a lot of walls punched out here, but nothing too detrimental. Alright, there goes those two. And we continue. Bash superficially hurt. Phoenix superficially hurt. No worries there at all. It's a whole lot of wake up. Does anyone need it? Yeah. I'm gonna have my brawlers take it. Please don't get addicted. Sweet. Alright, Eddie is a brawler, so we gotta shoot him. And then we should take out Talon, who's about to break in as soon as we are able. Oh, yeah, he stopped at 13%. Alright, Hezrick and Talon now coming in. Oh, he has a gun. They both do. And then there's Glitch, who's gunning for us as well. All right, let's warp Glitch. I'm trying to give them not a free shot on me. Ooh. Okay, so Glitch has been warped. And then Hippie doesn't have any... Ouch, that's what I was trying to avoid. Oh, that's a nasty shot. Those Eagle Cross weapons do a mighty amount of damage. Alrighty. I think we're all set. Checking numbers for enemies. 0. So, JD is asleep. Undrafted. And get to the hospital beds. And then we'll have JD patch people up with meds. I was lucky with that Eagle Cross hit. It was not worse. Didn't take my arm off. Or, you know, something worse. I do have Resmec serum, so there's always that. Alright, turning the autocannon turrets off. Zooming out. And queuing the slag to be hauled. So there was a little bit of damage dealt back here, but it's not something I'm going to replace. I think it's fine. Alright, Raptor. I am going to queue up a parting gift to for Raptor. I'm going to try to build him, oddly, a better bed in order to get him to sleep faster to do more research. And then Storbeck here, I'm going to set back on higher priority research so that when Raptor's not researching, Storbeck is. I'll just have to micromanage that as best I can. All right, Bash, I can't let you rest. We are out of meals. And Raptor goes to research. There's one punched out wall here that I'm going to have to replace with granite because I'm out of slate. I used it all. Okay, that's a good amount of food. Bash is fully healed. And Raptor is moving for the sensors. So we don't have to look at all these corpses. I'm going to have Bash start shredding them. All right, the rest of this will be placed with marble. But forget the stockpile. Okay. One heck of a monstrosity. But the Royals didn't specify the materials. They just specified that they wanted it, so I don't really care. Okay, Storbeck. I'm going to have Raptor hop on that bench. And then Raptor, I might also dose you with Wake Up to have you keep going. Phoenix, you are an extraordinary... Oh, you ate cooked fowl meat. Why? How? All meals. So all meals probably should include nutrient paste ones. That's sort of low-key your own fault, dude. I'm just going to say. In fact, because of all the pets are already loaded up, all the foul meat and nutrient paste I have left can honestly get sent out to, you know, a potential one of my allies. So I'm going to go ahead and do that so that we don't chance eating nasty food anymore. A parting gift. A bunch of junk food out to an ally. Yeah, foul meat has one heck of malice. Luckily, it goes away. But, oof. Glad it wasn't me. Okay, I don't really need to keep this room cold anymore, as it's really not a freezer, so I'm going to roof it up. And it'll be a little bit easier to keep warm as a result. Now, we're definitely getting some significant mood breaks going on right now. Oh, man. I will... Raptor, do what Raptor does best. Speech from the throne. Please, disappoint me. I would like to be disappointed one last time. Oh, speech from the throne. Another thing that I could do is, except for Raptor, put everybody on a recreation schedule. Raptor has to do the research, but that's pretty much the only critical thing. If the constructors don't get that built, I'm not going to sweat it. And it was encouraging. That's nice. And then the time spent around Raptor with his, you know, his harmonizer sort of helped everyone's moods out as well. All right, so Mr. Rap, switch helmets. and we're letting just everybody sort of recreate. What I think I'll do is I will schedule in some work in the recreation zone so we're at least a little productive. All right, transport pod is ready. We'll send this to the machinists. Up to 87. We're almost done with all the marble for this structure, so Storbeck will become Baron? Yeah, I'll become a Baron. The other thing I did was I mined out this in hopes to get a better bed. Let me try. I mean, it's a little pointless now, but try for the best quality bed possible. So that Raptor can spend the least amount of time in sleeping. All right, switching who's on the research bench. And when Bash wakes up, I'll have him hop on constructing. We're getting there. We're about halfway done with Starflight. You can tell people don't really have tasks to do because they're hauling slag, and we're almost done hauling all the slag. And that means that this monument here is just a few blocks away from completion. I'm sure Phoenix will head there any second. Whoa! Chill, Randy. Or Bash. Nope, Bash is cooking. Or JD. Yeah, JD's doing it. Alright, I'm going to micromanage JD so he actually completes this thing. And we got some cargo pods of Swamp Raptor hide. And I'm now informed that I need a Grand Meditation Throne in order to satisfy Storbeck. Why not? Like I wasn't already busy enough. And some other damage transporter quest, which I'm very, very actually unlikely to accept. Yeah, no, I'm sorry. All right, well, we'll try to get the Grand Throne going. This was the bet we made. It was not impressive. I'm just going to break that down. I'm actually surprised by how unimpressive that bet is. Quite remarkable that a level 16 constructor cranks out something good and not better than good. But that's the that's chance. It is getting a little bit warmer. It's weird to call it warmer, but it's negative 90 Celsius instead of like negative 115 or something like that. But that means that our comfort range with our really insulated clothing is acceptable. And if I'm getting yet another meditation throne, I'm gonna have to make some space. So I'll get some of this moved around so that we can actually fit what we want in there. Are you kidding me? Another raid of Reapers. They're gonna prepare a while. Well, the kill box is open, and I'm just going to lean on the kill box for doing most of this work here. So I'm going to have everyone forced to be inside, except for JD, because he is going to haul some gold at the 11th hour. And a heat wave. Okay, heat wave in the middle of winter is actually pretty useful. So how many are there? There's kind of a lot, aren't there? 46. Yeah, that's somewhat of a serious amount. Come on in, kill box is open. I do have to be careful of all the EMP bladers. They're definitely the most dangerous when it comes to being able to shut down my turrets if they get within brawler range. And then some of their shooters have extraordinarily good range too. Luckily, my defenses are designed for such situations. Now they are destroying the turrets, but this is probably the last hurrah of my kill box. It doesn't really need to serve a purpose after this. Why are the... Oh, yeah. Let's get these back on. Now, if I really wanted to, I do have the Doomsday launchers, but I'll just let this play out the way it is playing out. Trying to minimize damage, but not stressing too much about it. All right, there's obviously some sort of lock up there. There they go. Now they're moving. It's almost amusing to watch how if I don't use my... Hey, get out of there. If I don't use my my own fighters and micromanage, how absolutely truly devastating fights like this are. I just want to make it clear that I'm so close to the goal line that I'm just allowing the damage to be dealt. That if I thought that I was going to have another fight after this, I would obviously play this differently. So let me turn everything off, drawing the remaining reaps closer. Come on. What are they shoot? Oh, it's this one. Yeah. Come on. Oh, ha! Friendly fire. And now turn everything on and they die. Jolly good show. This, I guess, is a really good demonstration of how absolutely destructive brawlers can be. They truly shredded my turrets. I obviously could have played that significantly different and chose not to. I think that should be obvious to all. But yeah, that's... Whether it's Reapers or Scythers, turrets do not do great unless you have like marshes or shallow water or something like that to slow them down. Fearful construction. No, I'm not doing that. Oh, and that was the... Hang on. Yeah, I still want to do the ceremony. So I've chosen not to really replace anything here. And we'll see if I'm a little bit over time or I'm about to be. But I'm just going to keep going. All right, Raptor, get researching. I might start dosing Raptor for him to be high on wake up. In fact, let's do that now. Wake up, a little food, and research. So now there's space for the other throne. I could, of course, just give the throne to this one to store back. And then I should be able to accept the quest for the Baron tile. And here they are. Whether they make it into my base or not, I have no idea. Given the ambient temperature, they might not. Oh, no, they made it. Alright, Bash, you go take a rest. And store back. Let's go bestow. Up to Psycast 6. You're done. You gained Baron title. It gives you a permit point, which I don't really care at this point. I'll do a steel drop. And you did not, however, gain a Psycast level. No, I was wrong because, of course, you used a Neuroformer to get that next tier. So it didn't count. You'd have to get up to count for more. Raptor is asleep. Have him consume a meal. And then replace store back here. So Storbeck is not going to be pleased with his non-Baron apparel, but it's too cold to dress up as cosplay as Baron. Still working on that monument, or the meditation throne, rather. And there's a mech hive dropping directly upon me. Hippie, let's get you ready to berserk. And I'm going to try to draw them to the back of the kill box by turning on those autocannon turrets. And then I can turn on the front of the kill box now that they're not hugging the back. This one a little bit easier than the last. I'm essentially just ignoring it. And they're all dead. Randy, you're trying. I respect that you want to hang out with me a little bit longer, Randy, but I'm resilient. I'm tough, and I'm pushing to the goal line. Now, it is important for Raptor to keep his mood up because he has an infectious mood. Almost landed on the monument there. Maybe that's what Randy was aiming for. Soon I will have the throne for him. Actually, let's assign the throne to him and then switch back so that all right, don't get side focused though. I want you just researching. No, just finish that. Oh, actually, no, you don't. Bash, you do it. Because you're the best constructor. And it's a masterwork. Why couldn't the bed be a masterwork? I have no idea. Alright, there we go. They're both satisfied. And guess what? More wake up. Finish up that research. All right, we'll repair as much as we can, but like I said, I'm not planning on replacing anything here. The damage that was done was done. One of the things I could do is to unrestrict people. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Unrestrict people so that they may move the uranium slug or uranium miners. That wouldn't be a terrible idea. Okay, they're already doing it. Great. And Starflight Sensors is done. All that is left is to build this sensor cluster and ship on out. Oh my lord. And a toxic spewer nonetheless. Okay, I see. I see. Really, honestly, Brandy, you got to do better than that. You really did got to do better than that. In fact, well, I will mess with you back, my friend. I have an idea here. Actually, don't wear that. Wear the skull cap and the vest. How warm are you? You're warm enough. Okay. The parting gift. I have a parting gift planned. Let's just get this built. All right. What I want... Oh, Hippie, also wear this staff. Okay. You guys come over here. Let's pay this little cluster a visit. So they're going to simultaneously launch all the Doomsday launchers, and then Hippie will be able to skip them to safety. Hippie, wearing an incredible amount of L-Tech stuff, should be able to manage that relatively easily. The sensor cluster is totally ready, so we are good to launch whenever we want. I just took a little bit of insult from this here, so I wanted to pay them back a bit. So the shooters are going to stand here. Let's see. Actually, do I have the Psycast of... No, I don't. Alright, this is going to be a little sketchy. I'm going to be honest. I'm going to save, just in case I have to save scum, because this could go wrong in like 1,000 different ways. And I wouldn't want to meme up the very end here, screwing myself up. So I have myself paused. I have my shield belter in front. And then Hippie ready to warp them to safety as soon as they launch. All right. And they were warped. I obviously ravaged that mech cluster in a very positive way. And we are going to leave. Leave in a hurry. So, Bash, Raptor, hop on in. You guys should be going south. Actually, you know what? Even better. Yoink. All right. Can't stop me now. Leth, Gabe, JD, Storbeck, Hippie, and who's in there? Bash. Okay. Let's see. Hippie and Raptor next to one another. Sorry, Mix. But you tried, you failed. And no one left behind. Well, everyone, it has been an absolute pleasure, week after week, bringing Frost and Fire to all of you. If you have any feedback about the series, let me know in the comments below. If you wish, you can still try the Frost and Fire Community Challenge. In order to do so, you just have to go to Rhadamant.com and look up Frost and Fire, or find it on the Steam Workshop. It isn't updated to 1.3, but if you change your branch to 1.2, you can still play it as it is now. I hope you find a new series of mine that you enjoy. Take care, and farewell.